What's up, my people? We back on this Throwback Thursday. What up to all my people out there on this rainy Thursday or wherever you at? The weather may be nice, but what's up with y'all? We are back for Throwback Thursday. This is the second segment. We are back. Want to say what up to everybody out there that still may be traveling, who still maybe have not got home yet, or if you're going out to dinner, you might be going out to the bar, to the lounge. You know, some of these places got special deals Thursdays, or you going out to eat. Wherever you going, man, please arrive there safe, man. Be safe as y'all can out there. Welcome back to the second segment of Throwback Thursday. We back to talk about Eric Morales versus Marco Antonio Barrera. We're gonna get back, you know, we're gonna get back into this boxing talk, man. This is an exciting fight. I was just watching the second fight, but I clearly did not finish watching it, and I didn't get to the trilogy, which I'm pissed because I was supposed to got to all three fights before I came back and spoke about this. But it's okay because we're not just speaking about the fighting. We're just speaking about how important these dudes were to the sport and what they brought to the sport, and what they would still be doing. What would they be doing if they were still here? So we're gonna get into that, but I want to tell everybody welcome, 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 welcome. If it's your first time, hey, welcome. Um, we're gonna get this going. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everybody, welcome back or welcome for the first time to the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go. Underrated, what's going on, my brother? Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back. Appreciate that.
Yes. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I was just telling them, man. I was sitting here watching. You know what? I've watched the fight with Eric Morales and Barrera before, but Jesus Christ, you know how you get to look at it, but then you're not looking at it. I
Yeah,
got to sit down today and look at it, man. That shit was a war with them.
yeah. Was.
I was watching the second fight. Eric Morales won the first one. Um, I didn't get to see. I think Marco might have took the second one. And then the trailer. I'm gonna end up going back to watch it anyway. But it wasn't really about who won what fight. Um, Mexican fighters, forget. I mean, Latino fighters alone, but Mexican fighters. Um, I always looked at it like if we didn't have them, boxing would be trash. Um, we're not taking nothing away from fighters that look like us, because yes, black fighters, we deserve a little spotlight too. But when you look at, you have the Puerto Rican fighters, right? And I'm gonna get into a segment about that too, about the Puerto Rico versus Mexico thing. I'm gonna do a whole segment about that. Um, and you know, without that, I don't think Mexico or Puerto Rico rivalries would be so great. But then when you get it, it's even better when you get Mexico versus Mexico, and guys are coming from two different parts of Mexico that don't like each other, and they don't like each other, but you know they make a great dance partner, and that's what we saw when we saw Eric Morales and we saw Marco Antonio.
Mhm.
Um, which people don't speak about, underrated, that when we speak about trilogies, when they have the top five trilogies, you got to put them on.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing the third trilogy, I just didn't really remember bits and pieces of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, you have to mention that when you speak about that. And these are guys who, shoot, they have been around for a while, but I think since like the early 90s,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 92, 93. And mind you, we was just talking about HBO boxing the other day, right? And but what people that don't know, that may not know this, is that that's where we used to see Marco Antonio Barrera
Barrera. Yeah. He was
and
always
Eric
on.
Morales. Yeah, Yeah, that's where we used to see Antonio. And, you know, we used to see them all the time on there, man. And at that time, I didn't really pay attention to the lighter divisions, but I would see their face, and then as the years went on, when I started watching boxing more, I would say, "Oh, okay, that's what these guys are." They brought a lot to the sport. Um, and at that time, with these guys, they actually came to fight. Um, because you got to remember, no matter what they was getting paid, where they come from, um, poverty. It was dangerous. Some people had to fight in the street to make money.
Yeah.
There was different ways for them to make money in their country. But the game changer was boxing,
Yeah.
which it is like here in America. But the difference with here in America, we can quit boxing and we can find something else to do. For some of them, that's the only option. Um, and it shows you it's the whole world is exactly not the same. But you give me your thoughts separate on not what you thought about the fight, but what did you think about Marco Antonio and Eric Morales when you seen both of them before they even fought each other? What did you think about those guys, or you didn't really pay too much attention to them at the time?
Action. Fighters. Do whatever it takes to win. In their own way, they both fundamentally sound. Didn't back up. They fought in the pocket, no matter what part of the ring it was. They give
Yeah,
it all they got. It was war, but it was beautiful because you see the real science of boxing. You see how they thinking and stuff. Always they. I mean, I said set traps. I say yeah, and this is like going now. We talk about going into the mid and later rounds. They was nonstop with them, nonstop.
yeah. Um, blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, Picasso, but we're talking about Eric Morales and Antonio Barrera. We're not talking about nobody else right now. That's what we're doing right now. So let's try to stick to the topic. I get what you're saying, but we're not doing that right now. We're sticking to the topic. Eric Morales versus and Marco Antonio Barrera is what we're doing. We'll do all that another time. Um, so when I first seen them, like I said, I wasn't into little guys like that, and except for if it wasn't Pernell Whitaker or one of those type of guys. I think Pernell Whitaker was the first one that really caught my eye. But whenever they got around each other, it was well not around each other, but whenever you seen them in the ring, it was magic.
Yeah.
And then they had when it was time for them to fight, they had the press conference and the face off, and then you seen how serious it was between them. You see how real it was, and that's when you knew, okay, this is not just for the cameras. These dudes don't like each other. No, we wasn't doing that. That's why I put Marco Antonio Barrera versus Eric Morales on the thumbnail. That's why I always tell people look at the thumbnail so they won't come in confused. But we do that every Thursday now, Picasso. Every Thursday we do throwbacks. Um, we did David Tour earlier today, and now we're doing this. And next Thursday, um, I said I was gonna do Triple G, but I'm gonna hold that. I, I'm gonna do Ernie Shavers because I never did Ernie Shavers on here. So this is what we do every Thursday. So let people know, Picasso. Anybody who's a throwback, who's a throwback, not though. How can you say it? Who likes throwback boxing and they like to talk old boxing? As long as it's about what we're talking about, you're more than welcome to send them over here. Because all this stuff that's going on today in boxing, I'm really not interested. But so when you see the press conference and they did the face off, and I believe it was Eric Morales who took the swing on Marco, and they threw punches at each other, and it was just real from there. Now today, them guys are cool, but back then, they was something serious.
Yeah.
Um, See, the one thing about boxing, there was never no acting. Like it was almost like wrestling, where certain things were scripted. Um, it was I don't like you, I don't respect you, and when we get in that ring, I'm gonna try to knock your block off. And you got to remember, they both coming from countries where they're suffering. They're suffering, man. So I don't know what the amount of money that these guys were getting back then. Um, I can't say, but I'm sure when they once they start touching the millions, it probably changed their lives. Um, put them in better positions to take care of their families. But you see, but I'm watching the first fight today, right? And I'm actually sitting down and I'm glancing at it. That first round and that first fight, or them first couple of rounds were probably some of the that was a very tough round. Tough. You know, one of those fights where you can't sit down and you up off your feet.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me watching it. I felt like I was watching something on the zone today. That's what it gave. That's what it, that's what I felt like. But that's what boxing's supposed to be, where it makes you get up off your feet. If you just sitting down the whole time watching boxing, you ain't watching no real fight. Because if you don't jump up at least one time, and be like, oh, and you're just sitting there, you're not watching that boxing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta do it, Picasso, because we have to remind some of these fools that the reason why your favorite fighter exists is because of these guys, of our past fighters. A lot of these smaller guys at 122, 126, and 118. You got guys like Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales that opened the door, and other fighters too. But when you want to see a war with some little guys, and you saw these two, man. So a lot of these guys need to be reminded on here, man. You know what I mean? We opened it, so everybody open. Like I always say, everybody opens the door for somebody to make it possible for them to do what they do, so they can eventually go down there and open the door for somebody, and that's how it's supposed to be. But it was always like blood, guts, and like they bought everything when they came to the ring, man. They threw everything at each other except for the kitchen sink. Everything, everything. And I'm watching the second fight. I mean, going back to the first fight, I wasn't. A lot of people were shocked because they thought, some people might have thought Barrera won, but that one was the one I didn't even want to judge, because I had enjoyed it. But when they gave it, when Eric got it, I had to remember. I had to go back to some of the rounds, and that he did really good. Going to the I tell you what, what both of them were good at, going to the body.
Yeah. They were excellent body punches.
Excellent body punches, and I'm like, damn, you rarely see that today. Rarely.
And I'm
There's a
saying that
there's a few,
they were throwing it for bad intentions.
yeah,
Kid,
there's a few people you see in boxing do it. Like you'll see Abdullah Mason go down to the body sometimes. You'll see what's that dude that Floyd got that they said that it was supposed to be the new Tank. Carmel Milton, whatever his name is, Moulton, whatever. Um, Seen him do it. Even though he's still young and fresh, I've seen him do it. So there's a very few fighters, but the way them two will go to the body, it's crazy.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but that was probably my introduction. Like I said, watching them on HBO boxing. This is why I said I wanted to speak about boxing after dark, because boxing after dark was probably, I always tell people what y'all was looking at PBC as on Fox is how we looked at HBO boxing. Because when PBC Fox came, right, which I'm probably gonna speak about that too. and at that time, usually ESPN, you want to see a fight, you had to go to ESPN, and if you didn't have it, then you didn't have it. And I'm not talking about ESPN Plus. I'm just talking about the regular ESPN. So you'll sit around and you'll wait for fights, and then here it is. Okay, we got PBC, this PBC Fox, where it's actually on TV. But back in the days, like how PBC birthed a lot of new people.
Yeah.
It had birthed a lot of people that we have never seen before.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how HBO boxing was. How you got the Eric Morales, the Antonio Marco Barreras, the Junior Jones.
Yep.
You got a lot of guys, Roy Jones, Lennox Lewis. It's certain people who made their name on that platform. But I'm saying I respect the other guy. If dude in the way of me putting food in my table, we're gonna burn the house down versus the fighters that had personal feelings involved too. Yeah. All that stuff that today, how people go, that's my brother. But if somebody's your brother, you break bread with your brother. If two fighters that don't like each other can break bread with each other, what's your excuse?
Right.
Because back then, and what's so funny, underrated? There's a lot of fighters I think that didn't deserve. I always say everybody deserves an opportunity, but there's a lot of people that did not have that didn't deserve an opportunity. That I always look at it like you should have never broke bread with that fighter because he's a piece of shit. But
Yeah.
everybody deserves an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So I always look at it like Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales really did not like each other. Plus, they're from two parts of Mexico that don't like each other. So any of y'all that's walking around talking about Mexico is Mexico, no. There's different parts of
Mm.
Mexico, just like there's different parts of America. Just because two people are from America, that doesn't mean they're from the same part of America. It just means they're from America.
And and when they fought throughout the years of the trilogies, you could actually, when you watch TV, you know what I'm saying. You could, and you felt us that they can't stand each other. And if you see how they was fighting, you could tell. Every angle they trying to get it. It was a dog out. People think it was a dog out fight, but at the same time, it was fun. I mean, it was a joy to watch.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was really a joy for me personally. It was a joy to me, but that's boxing. And there be sometimes they switch up a little something that you never really seen. Maybe the first you see the second fight, and I'm just saying, boom, boom, and they got him. And then they come back, and you see that. I said for me, I'm just saying for me, it's like okay, this person cannot fight for the back foot. But you kind of find they fight for the back foot. They can't step. They can't fight for the front foot. Then they fight for the front. And like you said, all the time they always trying to outsmart each other. They went to the bottom. They didn't care about that. They going to the bottom. They were vicious shots.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
No, the difference between back then boxing and today's. Um, and that's not to discredit any of the fighters today, but it's like they say, it's levels to this. But with Marco and Eric it was a war. See, it was already where it was a war in their countries, and their countries might, I mean, their cities might have been going at it or whatever. But how they settled their war was in the ring, versus getting caught up in something in the streets. Um, and that's what made it just a little better because remember at 122 there wasn't too many people paying attention to that underrated. Nobody really cared about guys, the smaller guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to be somebody special to to be recognized and let them know, hey, us little guys can fight too. But when, like I said, once they came into the game and they elevated and they did what they did, and it was time for them to fight, which was great. One of the greatest trilogies, man. A country that's separated by a trap. Yeah, exactly. So people are thinking they coming from the same country. I'm like, nah, brother. I mean, yeah, same country but different. Like Picasso said. But it's hard to mention boxing without mentioning them, because we always have this whole thing about Mexican fighters versus black fighters. Yeah, that shit cool. It makes a great fight, right? It makes a great fight. Um, I got no beef with any of them. Um, Homeboy that just lost last Saturday, he's not even on the same level as any of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at him, when I look at him, I look at Chavez, um, and there's a few others, or Salvador Sanchez,
Mm-hmm.
God rest his soul, who never really got to even showcase his talent
Yeah.
because he was left here at a young age.
Mhm.
Lord knows if he would have had 3 or 4 more years on this earth, Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus, some of y'all would have been. This is what some of y'all probably would have sound like. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? You didn't want nothing like that. Salvador was different. But when I think about all the great Mexican fighters, there's no way you could paint a picture and don't have these two gentlemen in it. Now, I won't go to say how much they accomplished after that and how Evan Morales shouldn't have been in there with freaking Danny Garcia, who beat his ass twice, or how, Barrera got demolished by, I think, Pacquiao, and then he fought, I think, Amir Khan.
Oh yeah.
So, but this is, I mean, remind you, this is later on in their careers too.
Correct.
Because I felt bad when Eric Morales fought Danny, but when I first seen it, I was like, man, this dude is gonna freaking, oh man, Eric, no. And Eric gave him that first fight, Eric gave him a fight. He gave him a fight for a guy who's 36 years old. He gave him a fight.
They sure did.
He gave Danny a good fight. Bloody Danny up too, real good. But Danny just ended up having his number in that second fight. And Danny probably would have got him out of there in the first fight. But these things happen. But that doesn't define what happened in their career. Those guys are Hall of Famers.
They are. Yes.
I appreciate what they did for the sport. I appreciate what they brought to the sport. And this is why we must continue to have these conversations about these throwback guys, these guys that y'all are afraid to talk about, or not afraid to talk about. You can care less about talking about them because it gets you no views. I understand.
And
When the
yeah.
fighters leave everything they got in the ring, they get all kinds of respect because the fans and the admirers fight. Yeah, they do, and this is the reason why I I do that for them, because they deserve that, man. They deserve that respect. Um, any fighter that we talk about, but especially when we're mentioning throwback fighters, all of them get that respect.
Yeah.
Um,
And
because
I'm
they
sorry.
are the reasons why every generation gives a generation an opportunity or opens the
Mhm.
door. So that's why these topics are always important. Go ahead, underrated.
And also, um, The fighters, when they fight in the lightweight and stuff, at that time it wasn't all that popular. It wasn't at that time. It wasn't all that popular. It was. It was like really. They was like really buried like in the bottom, like smaller cards undercards. I mean,
Yeah,
but when they fought, they brought it back to prominence, and I feel that we should put. I know you talk about it, but I just want to expand on it. We need to understand they play a huge part of the lightweight division, what it is right now. They bring prominence because they came to fight. I want people to understand boxing was not putting all that money in that division at the time when Barrera and Morales fight. And we have to understand that. They wasn't putting all that money. But when they fought, it was actually fight. They had to. So they made boxing to say, hey, us little guys, we could fight too. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen in the past. It had, but it was a drop back. It was a drop off like throughout the years until they came along and they bring the lightweight, back to prominence, and they need to be. We also need to talk about that too. How they play a big role right now. The money comes in it, and then at the same time, Mexico, fighters, especially in the lighter division, and then we
yeah,
need to respect that.
yeah. Some of these little guys went on to make big paydays. Um, and they gave you confidence, and they showed you that hey, I could do this too. Because a lot of us don't have that confidence to go. Because in boxing, when you look at, see, that's the great thing. What's the one thing about boxing, right? When you look at it, right, it separates each other from any other sport. Um, when you look at basketball, weight class don't matter. Baseball, football, it don't matter. A guy on football can be 195 pounds and be on the football field with dudes damn near 400 pounds. But in that boxing, this is why they have weight classes. Now you have some fighters who dared to cross that and said, "I'm going to go up two weight classes, or I'm going to go down the weight class." Um, and sometimes it's risky, it's dangerous. But the one thing I loved about these guys is that they constantly put themselves to the test, not just with each other, but with the other fighters. I never heard of anybody ducking or turning down anything. Because, like I said, it doesn't matter if somebody's your brother or you dislike them. And Sifu said this early. I believe Sifu said it or Free said it. Um, when you wanted to say you were the best, somebody else said that they was the best. We got to fight then. You understand? I think we got to fight because we can't keep hollering. No matter of fact, Free said it. He was the one that said it when he made the Michael Jordan reference. Yeah, you saying you the best? Okay, I'm saying I'm the best. We ain't gonna go see each other every time and just keep arguing about who the fuck is the best. Let's fight.
Right.
Let's fight. Uh, Antonio Tarver might have not felt like he was the best, but it was something about Roy Jones that told Tarver, "I got your number," and he didn't mean to his house. "I got your number." If you ever go back to that Antonio and Roy Jones, that first fight, Roy barely made it out. Barely made it out. Right? And I can admit that, and I'm a Roy fan. I like Tarver. But when you go back to that, he barely made it out. And this is the reason why Tarver asked him in the second fight, "You got any excuses?" because at that time he just lost all that weight from becoming a heavyweight champion.
Right.
So, but it was something about that time in that era with Marco and them, and even going back further than that, that those times and eras can never be replaced. And I'm thanking God that we still have people alive from that time, like Marco and Eric. But those are times we can never, we can never replace those. And wasn't nobody really talking about being somebody's brother back then.
Yeah.
Even if somebody was your friend, if I'm your friend, let me get a payday. You know what I mean? If I'm your friend, let me get a payday. Let's get together and make this happen. You think you the best, or even if I don't think I'm the best, and you saying you the best, hey, let's make it happen. We don't know what might happen in here. Miss Knight, what's going on? I appreciate you. I'm gonna
Good
come
evening,
on.
Sister Knight.
I'm not gonna come on tomorrow on StreamYard. I'm gonna come on I'm gonna come on YouTube and the other way, not StreamYard, so she could be able to get her wrench. I gotta give her a wrench. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. No, actually, Sifu said he wanted to come up tomorrow, so that's gonna be hard to do. So now I gotta come back up here tomorrow, but she'll get it regardless. Um, but when you look back at that time, like I said, those two felt like they was the best. So what did they do, underrated? They fought. See, it's not about you just being the number one contender, because everybody focuses on somebody being the number one contender, sanctions and all that, and da da da. Sometimes it's you say you the best, and I say I'm the best. Let's scrap it out. Let's fight.
Mhm.
Sometimes on the radio, you're gonna have to take less to prove that you're the best. So if you're trying to fight somebody and the money ain't right, I ain't saying you got to go for it all the time, but you might have to be like, I'll take it this time because
Mhm.
I really want to beat him, and I
Right.
want to show that I'm that guy. This is the reason why I don't know why you a holes go out your way, and I don't want to get off topic, but I'm trying to teach the people that don't really know the history of this and how this works. That I don't like when they get on Devin Haney about going to see George twice and look at the money he took for that.
Right.
What did he have to do? He had to take less to prove that he's the best.
Right. And he went back to that, and he went to his country and beat him to take less money. And he still, I'm saying, like, if you're gonna prove the best, sometimes you gotta make sacrifice, and that's what Devin Haney did. I'm not
Now,
even get off the subject, but he
yeah.
took less money, and look what happened.
Now, some of y'all gonna say, "What the hell does that got to do with this fight?" It doesn't have nothing to do. I'm breaking down the point. See, you guys, when you talk boxing, you just want to talk about who fought who, and y'all don't ever get into the history. I'm not up here just to talk about their fights. I'm up here giving you a history. I just told you how they came from two different parts of Mexico, them two not liking each other. But if it was really like that, hey, because of the part of Mexico he's from and the part I'm from, me and him can't fight. No, right? There was nothing that could stop them. They got together. Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales got together and made history.
Mhm.
And be able to sit there and take care of their families for the rest of their life. You understand what I'm saying, Picasso? If that makes any sense, you understand? This is what they don't teach on some of these channels because we be so focused on somebody's record and what belt they holding and who they fought or who they didn't fight that we don't really get into the whole history because that doesn't matter to these guys today. All I want to know is who is he fought. Because if you can't tell me who he fought, then this conversation is not relevant. These are the people that we deal with today. It ain't no way in hell it should be one person in here for a throwback conversation like this. This channel should be flooded when you on throwback. Now you can easily say, well, we're not here because we don't like you, Clarence. Then that's acceptable. I could take that. But if not, this should be flooded in here because it's a slap in the face when the channels ain't flooded when we talk about throwback boxing, but when we are talking about a WrestleMania match, channels are flooded. Huh? When we talk
Okay.
about a fighter slapping their baby moms or when a fighter has got arrested, we are quick to flood the channels. I don't understand some of y'all. Maybe it's not my job to understand. Help me to understand that. Oh, Tank Davis does this, and oh, Devin Haney's suing this person, and this person's on drugs, and this person that did that. That's cool. But when we say let's get into this throwback boxing, y'all go hide. Oh shit, I got something to do. I gotta go. Here they go talking that old school boxing. I don't care nothing about it. I don't understand how these channels don't get flooded when it's old school boxing. I don't get that. You know what? Negative energy travels faster. But let me tell you something about that. Bullets travel fast too, and I don't want to stand around when they hit. Bullets travel just as fast, and I don't want to be around when they hit. Some of you are going to keep standing there waiting for that bullet to pass by, and it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't handle the truth, rather deal with the fakes. Well, that's what it is, Miss Knight. Popularity versus the truth. That's the world we live in. It's always going to be, we want what's popular. We don't care about what's true.
Mhm.
That's the way it's been for years. And it's gotten worse. And we continue to ignore it. So when we have these boxing conversations, man, this is important. We had two great Mexican legends that not only when they fought each other, but outside. I mean, look at Marco. If you want to get separate, look at Marco Antonio Barrera's resume. I believe Ricky Hatton's on it. I don't know. I don't want to make any mistakes. I believe Pacquiao's on it. Junior Jones is on it. It's a couple of people. Even with Eric Morales, they have a couple. Now I might be saying it wrong. I might be saying the opponent's wrong. I'm just going by what I see in my head and what I might have saw. But both of their resumes is beautiful. We have to educate people on how where everything started. But hey, I can't do that with y'all because y'all don't care. And that's cool. That's cool. No, can't make somebody believe in what you believe in. I say that all the time, so I have to stick by that. We doing Ernie Shavers next Thursday. How many of y'all gonna come through for Ernie?
We'll wait, but it doesn't make a difference.
Huh?
We still win.
How many throwbacks? I did something for George Foreman. Y'all dared to ignore that. And I did it before he passed, and I did it when he passed. Y'all ignored that. How dare you? And then got the nerve to look somebody in the eye and call yourself a boxing fan? Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all the ones that might be on PED. You're on something. Some of y'all need to be tested.
Let me say this though. I guarantee if we talk about wild animal eater, that be fulled up, right? Come on, family. You know what I'm talking about. Not in the chat outside. You know it be fulled up. Y'all know what it is. Anything I know this in boxing. Anything that deals with history, y'all don't want to talk about it. Y'all don't. Y'all don't want to entertain it. Y'all don't want to say no. But y'all want to chase skirts about who this person is, their money, and all that what it is. But we talk about a trilogy, of 2 men that put it on the line. Two fight a lot. And you know the one who usually win, they have the bragging rights of the whole country of Mexico. And then when I'm saying that, y'all don't even want to talk about that. This is the boxing trilogy. This has to be within the top five in boxing. Has to be the top five because they fought when they fought. They fought. You know, a lot of people don't know. They fought when they was in their prime, and these was like for championships. And people fail to understand that too.
I want to say something today, and I should mind my business, but I'm not gonna mention no names. But I just seen something today with two brothers. I don't want to say it's a misunderstanding, but I preach all the time about you content creators having issues with each other, and boxing is always responsible for you guys having an issue with each other, and it doesn't matter who's wrong or who's right. Let's cut this shit out. I just said I saw something today that I laughed at, but at the same time, I'm always preaching about we got to stop doing this. If we're gonna keep crashing out over boxing conversations, it doesn't matter, and we don't always have to respond to somebody because they said something to us. Sometimes you gotta leave shit where it's at and make people feel lower than what they are, because there's a lot of people that's low. There's a lot of people who are mad because their favorite fighter is not doing what they want them to do. Some people are mad because their channels is not going the way they want it to go. Some people are under pressure for whatever reason, and YouTube is their place to go just take it out on people. If we're gonna keep letting boxing control our mental and how we feel, because we're obsessed with fighters that we wish we can go to sleep with, because that's how some of y'all act, we got to cut it out. It is not that serious.
Mm-hmm.
We can't keep crashing out. Black men period, but black men, we can't keep crashing out over a sport that don't give a fuck about us in the first place. Everybody's channel will be much safe if they just stay out of the way and don't get hit with a straight bullet. Stay out the way. I don't understand why we are not understanding why, if we cannot conversate and have a rational conversation about the sport that we claim to love, then we don't need to go to people's platforms. We don't need to be affiliated with them. We don't need to nothing. And responding to them is something we definitely don't need to do, because once we do that, they got us. They got us right where they want us. And then here it is, we going back and forth with them. It ain't, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did it one time because somebody tried to violate me as a man, and I had to give them the business. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, live. There's about 99 channels out there. Majority of them do boxing. I'm not responding to nothing if you got anything to say about no Doug Zone. You know why? Pull up on me. Because where I'm from and how I grew up, there wasn't no social media. You had to pull up on somebody if you needed something to say. So that's where I'm going back to. I'm going back to the times where you couldn't make a video about somebody. You either had to have their number and call them, or you had to go to a payphone and call them, or you had to run up on them in the street when you saw them. That's what I'm going back to. Don't think you can make a video about me or say something about me, and I'm going to take the time out of my day to get on YouTube or Instagram and respond to you. It's not happening. The best thing I can tell you is, if you're not in the New York area, get you some money, come holler at me. But it ain't that serious. Not over boxing, because when you're dead or when you're in jail, boxing is going to continue. They're not going to stop and mourn for you. Who the fuck are you? You think boxing is going to stop and mourn for you? Are you kidding me? If we cannot have these conversations without the insults, Because once it gets out there to the public, now the whole world knows. And that's like I told you, underrated. I said it the end of 2024. I said in 2025, a lot of relationships are either going to be tarnished, or even if you didn't have a relationship with somebody, boxing is going to be the cause of two people beefing. For what? But no, hey, what do I know? Hey, getting on here on a Thursday talking about throwback fighters, the ones who opened the doors for your favorite fighter. Oh, it's too boring to talk about them, McLean. Who the hell wants to talk about the Eric Morales and who wants to talk about the Ernie Shavers, huh? Who wants to talk about them guys? Who wants to talk about a David Tour? Okay, so what? Why are we talking about them? They not fighting no more.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Let me tell you something. It ain't one of y'all out there that could outsmart me about what I do. Not one of y'all. Because my views don't make me. My subscribers don't make me. I appreciate them. And they're the ones that keeps the channel going. But when I mean make me, I'm going to be my own person, rather if you here or not. That's what separates me from a lot of y'all. That's what separates Underrated One from a lot of y'all. Y'all don't know how to be yourselves. You got to show off and put on this type of behavior for your viewers. When deep down inside, we all know the truth that you really ain't about that. So when we have these type of topics, or even when we're talking about a fighter from the day, there's no need for y'all to crash out. He said he was probably looking at what I was looking at and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at something. I ain't gonna mention the person's channel. I ain't gonna mention the two people's channel. But I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, we just went through something a couple weeks ago, and here it is. Now we got a whole new YouTube. Like, oh, these YouTube beefs have to stop. And it ain't on some you 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 said something about my mother or da 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 da. It'd be over boxing.
Right.
You know why I don't get hit with a straight bullet? Huh? For any content creator or anybody that want to know, because I'm not going anywhere where I got to watch. I'm not going anywhere. We didn't come on YouTube because we had to. We didn't come on YouTube to still have to watch for a straight bullet. Jesus Christ! Over boxing?
Boxing, right?
Are you kidding me? So pardon me if I'm boring in everybody, and this ain't the place to come to on Thursdays, because either you don't mess with me because you feel like I talk too much or I'm a hater, or we don't want to hear about no old school boxing. Well, I feel sorry for y'all, because when your favorite fighter retires and you're trying to teach the next generation about your favorite fighter, guess what they gonna say? They not trying to fucking hear it. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me one. Keep it going, underrated.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, like you were talking about that, what is we talking about when you talk? You're talking about the ladies that married to these boxes or kids that ain't new. What's the sense to have a boxing talk that's gonna be like talking like you're in the circus? And then you talking about the fight like the fighter owe you something. These fighters don't owe us nothing. Care about us. Long as we want to pay for the fight or we don't, it doesn't make a difference. But you let them come consume of your own lives, and it's pathetic. It really, I say it really is pathetic that even the brother McClain can tell you this that. That's why at times I don't even want to do underrated boxing talk because what's the sense? Your dog gonna put that. I mean, like go what Brother McClain say. We talking about two fighters, trilogy that put it on the line. Boxing, you could die over this sport, and they two men put it on the line. But y'all don't even wanna. It's like go over your head.
No.
But just say y'all call. But just say y'all are boxing fans.
You guys are
Maybe.
boxing. They are boxing fans of today. They're not boxing fans, period. They're boxing fans of today. And really, a lot of them are not even boxing fans. They're only fans of a particular fighter. That's why a lot of these crash outs are happening on these channels. They're not arguing over boxing a lot. It's because you have a one particular fighter that you like. And if somebody doesn't like him, you got a problem with the person who don't like him. Or when your favorite fighter is not doing what he's supposed to do, and you expose that, now because you exposed it, don't get mad at me. Go correct him for not doing what he's supposed to do. It is our job to talk about it if he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. So don't get mad. So when y'all sit here and go out your way to say that y'all boxing fans, I'm here to tell you you're a liar. Just go ahead and say that you like this fighter, you're obsessed with him, and you wish you could have took him to your 12th grade prom. I understand that. I understand it. I would understand it. But we ain't gonna act like because you like this one fighter, I'm a boxing fan. No, you not. Now, somebody correct me. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and tell me. I dare you. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful, and it makes me want to throw up when I see how we just don't have no respect for when it comes to talking about our legends. But I tell you what, underrated. Now, versus me saying throwback boxing, right? Talk Eric Morales versus Antonio Marco and Barrera versus me saying I got both of them up here as a guest. You know how many people will want to come?
Oh yeah. Let me tell you. When you start like 605, you know how many people? About 130, probably 400 people in it.
I'd rather be in the fight than watch him, and that's yeah. It's it's just crazy. You know what I mean? Um, like I look at it today. What would boxing be like if Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales were still fighting, young, 20 something years old? Where would they be ranked? I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is not cap. It ain't too many people that will want to smoke with them. At 122, you got anyway right now 122, right? Anyway would have to see either Marco or Eric Morales. He would have to.
Yep. One way or the other.
And guess what? Who knows if he would take it? So guess what? Marco and Eric would end up having to fight anyway. Even at this time, they would end up having to fight now. So if they would have had a trilogy, if they would have had a trilogy right now at this time, it's only would have been because not because the fight was that good, it's because nobody probably would have fought them.
Mm-hmm.
Where would they be ranked right now? They'd be up there. I wouldn't call them the boogeymans of their division. Somebody probably would fight them, but they probably wouldn't be so quick to fight them. But hey, you can't tell these guys today because y'all so, and it's sad because our people are so happy and they thrive off of negativity. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like King Kong versus Godzilla. That's a fact. Our people thrive off of negativity so much. It is sad. It
It
is
is.
sad when you feel like I can't say anything positive or do anything positive because nobody's going to give me attention. I'm not going to give views on my channel, but if I start some negative shit or if I say something crazy or if I just stick to this one particular topic every day for 3 months, it might change my life. Who wants to do that? So I'm gonna need a lot of y'all to stop with this. I'm a boxing fan. No, you're not. Just say that I like this fighter and I really don't care about the rest of these fighters because y'all don't talk about other fighters. And when y'all do, you speak negative about them, but you speak so high about your fighter as if your fighter is doing everything he's supposed to do when your fighter is really not only holding up the sport, but holding up the goddamn division. Your fighter's the one holding up the division.
And arguing about it for 10, 11 hours.
Your fighter is not only holding up the sport, but is holding up the damn division. And you fools going to try to convince me that you are boxing fans? Some of y'all might need to be drug tested. Maybe y'all is out there eating that wild animal eater shit too. Because y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. And for the content creators that's not explaining this to these people, at some point y'all got to get it together too, because y'all be on the wave too. It ain't just the trolls and the people. Some of y'all be on the wave too. Like D Free said, and I've been saying, it's our responsibility to teach. Even if we don't know everything, we all learn from each other by talking to each other, reading up on some things we thought we knew and we didn't know. I don't know every damn thing. There's some things I have to look up at, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Why some of you idiots want to assume that you know something. That's why y'all losing these. That's why y'all losing these debates. As soon as you lose these debates, y'all start bringing something in the conversation that ain't got nothing to do with the debate. We have a responsibility. So if throwback boxing talk is too boring for y'all, hey, then maybe this ain't the channel for you, baby. This ain't the channel. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna really need y'all to stop talking about you a boxing fan. No, you not. No, you're not. I don't care about the comment you leave in my comment section. I don't care nothing about what you got to say about me. I don't care about people being on other channels whispering stuff about me in the chats. I don't give a shit about that because ain't none of y'all saying that to my face. And I'm not gonna waste my time making no responsibility to y'all because a lot of y'all ain't worth that. But what I'm saying is true. It's true. We're gonna do Ernie Shavers next week. How many of y'all gonna come through? Well, I'll see though. If I'm busy and I ain't doing nothing, full of shit. If you ain't busy and doing nothing, but as soon as they talk about the dude who caught the grease in his eyes that claimed he couldn't see, your asses are gonna be over there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, man, y'all make me sick. But hey, I said earlier, I'm gonna mind my business and just stick to what I do. But I'm telling y'all, y'all are sad. Because let me tell you something, y'all let negativity control y'all. Because what they said, hey, negativity sells. It's sad when y'all let negativity control y'all life.
Yeah.
It's sad. I'll never let negativity tell me what to do. We can't be on here keep arguing with each other. Every time you turn around, this dude, this channel, got it. It don't even be the channels. It be the dudes that be in charge of the channels because you know they be like this channel got beef with this channel. No, it be the two people who own the channel, but it be the peoples that sub to the channel who keeps the shit going on, playing sides, adding more gasoline to the fire. Y'all got to pull it together. Because I'm telling you, in real life, some of y'all see each other in real life. I'm curious to know what y'all gonna do when y'all see each other. I'm curious. Not that I condone violence. I'm just curious to see what are y'all gonna do. since everybody's so tough, it is nothing wrong with going back into boxing history for one damn day. You telling me y'all can't do that for one damn day? But we can talk about Greasehead from Monday to damn Friday? God damn, boy. That shows me y'all really don't know shit. Or you're just selfish and you don't care.
They don't
That's what it
care.
shows me. That's what it shows me. Y'all don't care. Yeah, McLean, well, everybody ain't like you. They can't talk about old school like you. That's something you do on your channel. Just keep it in your channel. Don't influence us to do it because we're not interested. Okay, cool. Heard you. But guess what? Let's keep that same energy when I get one of these throwback fighters to come up on my channel. I dare any of you to ask for a link. I double dog dare you. I'm a fighter myself. I would never be out here fanning and slobbing over the fighters. I admire other fighters' style, but I'm not crashing out for or crushing on a dude. I will have a crush on. Oh, Alicia Baumgartner? That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Shout out to Alicia. Now that's somebody I need to get on the show. I'm gonna have to reach out to her people. Now, if I get her on my show, y'all will crash out for that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep turning the heat up, Picasso, because I don't play that. See, with me and underrated, or just me alone, what I'm not afraid to do, I'm not taking a shot at nobody. I'm not dissing nobody's channel because when I see a bunch of black men out here with channels, I love it. What I don't love is how we just seem to can't get it together. Boxing's not so much the problem; it's the people who's talking about it. And these fighters and coaches that we keep getting upset about and we always mentioning their names on our channels, they sitting home with their families wealthy. They ain't thinking about our asses. So while they home doing what they do, we sitting on here arguing about them and they live in better damn communities than we do. I don't care about none of that. That's why when I started the Throwback Thursday, I wanted to do it to take a break from today's boxing because it's a headache. It's a headache. Y'all seen the conversation we had today for about 4 hours. That's what a channel does. That's what a real channel does. You see how we did that 4 hours today and all them other days we do it? You don't see no crash outs on my channel, in the chats or on the panel. And I ain't going out my way to beef for no other damn channel. I'm not doing it. You can mention my name all you want to. Thank you. Tell people why you talking bad about me. Make sure you tell them to go subscribe to me. I'm at 702 right now, and I ain't talking about the R&B group. I'm at 702. Huh? Thank you to all my beautiful subscribers that help me, my real supporters that help me get to 702. Thank you. That's why every day I thank y'all, I admire y'all, and I let y'all know how much I appreciate it. My goal is to get to 800. I'm going to get there. Might take some time. You might have 1 or 2 or 3 people who I don't like this damn channel. I'm going to unsubscribe. Hey, that's okay. That's what comes with this YouTube. They like you today, they hate you tomorrow. It comes with it. It's like having friends. They love you today, they hate you tomorrow.
Yep.
Sometimes they might come back to you, sometimes they might don't. Only difference is these are no revolving doors over here. You can't leave here and just come back. But this was a great battle, man. I love these throwback talks, underrated. What about you? What about you, Picasso? Do y'all enjoy these throwback talks, or do y'all think I should just cut them out?
No, I love it.
We're doing Ernie Schaefer's next week. How many of y'all going to say, you know what, even if I don't stay over there long, let me participate because I might have remembered what I was doing when Ernie Schaefer's was around. Now, for you youngins who or not on who walk around with ski masks on their face in 80-degree weather and pants hanging off your ass. I don't expect you to be here next Thursday. For you dudes that walk around and I'm such a boxing fan. I'm a boxing fan. But I'm expecting some of you older heads and some young heads, if you want to know, because every young head is not hard headed. Some of them be want to know about the past. Some of y'all want to know. You're more than welcome to come through here next Thursday at 6:05. Because to talk about Ernie, it's got to be late. I got to do that late. I need people home when I do it. I should do it later than that. I should do it about 10 o'clock. But, I'll see, though, if I can get people to come through. But these boxing talks they beautiful, man, and y'all just destroying them. Y'all destroying them. Being in y'all feelings. At this point, it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. Everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong. But until people admit that, it's going to be something that's just going to continue and continue. And next year, and the year after, and the year after is going to be worse. I'm not planning on being on YouTube for the rest of my life. So you know what? Y'all can have this shit. At some point, I don't know what plan God got for me, but I know He got one. It's a slow process right now, but I know in 3-4 years, I'm not gonna be on here because it's only gonna get worse. And some of you that been on YouTube for years are gonna be on 3-4 years from now with the same behavior. Y'all just gonna have a whole new generation y'all gonna be arguing with. Some of y'all gonna be damn near 60 arguing with a dude 21. Some of y'all do it now. I'm not doing that. I'm not arguing with no channel. I'm not arguing with no damn troll. I'm not arguing with nobody because I don't have to argue boxing. I came to YouTube to talk it, not argue it. If I want to argue, I got a wife. I need to argue. The hell am I arguing with y'all for? Can't even tell y'all what y'all look like. I'm arguing with my wife. I'm not arguing with you fools. I see the other shows and they really arguing over stuff while Clarence is getting to the business. Yeah, if I'm arguing with someone, I'll just cut my mic and do. Yeah. I'm getting the business. And I'm not saying my channel's better than everybody underrated. It ain't nowhere near better than everybody's. But I'm getting to the business. I don't have time for all this silly ass shit, this love and hip hop you see these dudes do. Now we got two channels that got an issue with each other, or the two people who run the channels got an issue with each other. Come on, man. Some of y'all gonna scare the money away before you even get a chance to get it. And I'm not talking about the money that you get for your channel. I'm talking about endorsements and things that people might want to do with you. Y'all gonna scare the money away before y'all even get a chance to get it. You ain't gonna be able to live off YouTube money for the rest of your life. That's cool. That's cool. But you got to get money more than one way. Y'all gonna scare the money off before you get it, and then sit there and say, "I don't give a damn who looked at my channel or judge it." Okay, well, you ain't somebody I want to do business with, because that means you don't care. I care, because I'm trying to get to the state. I'm trying to get to a point where I can eat $100 steaks. I don't know about y'all. That's the point in my life I want to get to. Huh, underrated? Huh? That's the point that I'm trying to get to. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all doing. I'm trying to get to the $100 steaks, and I'm gonna do what I got to do to get there. But selling my soul down in another brother is not what I plan on doing, because I know where I can go with it. It can get nasty, and I'm not going to do that. But hey, don't listen to me. Keep doing what works for your channel. But over here, we handle business over here. Rather if it's the morning chop ups, boxing conversations. Y'all heard what we talked about today. Oh, underrated. Wait till tomorrow morning for the morning chop ups. Oh, Jesus Christ. We gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it tomorrow morning for the morning chop ups. When I mean we're gonna get to it, Underrated know what I'm talking about. D Free know what I'm talking about. Seafood knows what I'm talking about. We gonna get to it in the morning. See, because over here we don't play no games. This is more than just a boxing channel. I think this is what y'all get confused. Y'all go through my channel and see certain stuff and go, you assume the whole thing's a boxing channel. Well, I'm here to tell you 80% is it, 80% of it is boxing. The other 20%, we gonna talk about what's going on in the world. So rather if you like it or not, I really don't care. That sounds like a you problem. So like Picasso said, we gonna take care of business over here. We gonna leave the arguing about boxing to y'all. Y'all can have that. If that makes your channel good to argue, to have people pick sides or what side of the street they want to be on, you can go ahead. Because one thing me and Underrated ain't gonna do, we're not gonna have a misunderstanding where his subscribers then became my subscribers became his. And here it is, they gotta pick sides. Because Underrated Darkness and No Doug Zone has some type of issue that they can't fix. So now we done got our subscribers involved.
Right.
Now they got to pick. Man, F No Doug Zone. Well, F Underrated. Well, I've been rocking with Underrated. Well, I've been rocking with No Doug Zone. So now the people in the chat got an issue where they start sneak dissing each other. Do you understand when you pour a little gasoline on a fire, it spreads out? You end up tearing and burning down the whole community. Hey, check this out. You remember the movie Original Gangsters? You remember when they started that one scene when they went around after they murdered Shaheem and they went around burning the whole communities? That's how it is on this YouTube. And that's all we doing. Burning and tearing each other down. But don't nobody cares, right? We got to do whatever brings us views. And y'all the people that I'm supposed to believe that y'all are boxing fans? Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And I hate to keep cursing, but when something aggravates me, I have to. I have to. Because I think either y'all think some people are stupid or y'all think some people were born yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking. But we will continue to salute our legends like Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, Ernie Shavers, or anybody else I talked about, rather if they dead or alive. Rather. Doesn't matter who they are. And if y'all can't see that and understand that, then hey, may God be with you. May God be with you. But I'm always going to stand on business around here. And I don't have time for you circus clowns. I don't. My channel is too damn important to be participating in the buffoonery. I'm a likable guy. People could talk to me. I'm not somebody in the street that you can't talk to. I'm somebody in the street you better approach the correct way, but I'm a very talkable guy. Everybody that met me in person, they'll tell you that. So when I speak, I don't speak because I'm in front of YouTube. I speak because I'm speaking from a passion that at some point, we got to stop this nonsense. We're going to shy away from our legends to give all these other fighters that ain't doing what we want them to do in the sport the attention. When they can look at you and give you the middle finger and say F the fans. I don't give a shit about the fans. The same people who put food on the table and help pay their rent. Are you kidding me? Always, Picasso, you protect that. You protect your investment. Y'all don't even know how to protect y'all investment. Are you kidding me? How important is your investment? Well, maybe some of y'all YouTube channels are not investments. Maybe you're not. Maybe y'all just doing it because y'all don't have nothing to do. I don't know. Everybody's on YouTube for different reasons. Am I right or wrong, Underrated? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
But everybody's here for different reasons. I know what I'm here for. I'm not here to make money. The money's going to come. Well, McLean, that's stupid. Everybody gets on YouTube to make money. No, that's what's wrong with y'all. That's why you dumbasses are crashing out the way you do, because you going about the wrong way about making money. There was a famous saying that was in the movie called Players Club. And my girl Lisa Ray told her cousin, make the money, don't let it make you. Y'all don't even know how to do that. Y'all letting the money make y'all. Some of y'all ain't making no damn money.
How about that shit?
But then too busy worrying about what a fighter got in his pocket. Oh, they guaranteed them 1.5 million. Well, why are you worried about what they guaranteed them? Your broke ass ain't getting it.
Yeah, stop talking to their mic, man. That's what I'm saying. Stop talking to their mic, man. That's not a good thing.
Come on now. What are we talking about? But once again, I'm supposed to believe that y'all the ones who are boxing fans. Hey, hey, good luck. Hey, if I'm ever at an event underrated and I understand why people are grilling me or looking at me funny and whispering under their breath, I know why they doing it. I know why they doing it. Because we can't stand him. That no Doug's don't do talk too fucking much. Somebody gotta silence him. He talk entirely too much. All right, well. He said I want to make money in my sleep. Smash that like button, y'all. Get these lights up. Come on now. Oh, you ain't gotta smash the like button. It's okay. I'm not gonna lose no sleep because you didn't smash it. I'm gonna pop up here every day from Monday to Friday, Saturday to Sunday, no matter who's tired of looking at me. Because I don't need nobody's permission to be here. I really don't. God already gave me the okay. My Lord Ben gave me the okay to be here. I don't know about y'all. I don't know who gave y'all the okay, but my Lord and Savior gave me the okay to be here. And as long as he keeps okaying me to be here, I'm going to keep being here. So I suggest if this ain't the channel for you, there's about 99 more out there for you to subscribe to. But just know when you over here, you're going to get that work. Don't try to challenge me by lowering me into a let's debate or asking me all types of boxing questions to try to see how knowledgeable I am and to try to throw me off or catch me with something. So as soon as you catch me with something, oh, well, you don't know much. You can't come over here doing none of that with me. Because I'm already explaining to you. It's bigger than boxing over here. It's deeper than boxing. Some of us is trying to fight just to stay alive. Just so we can be able, people like me and underrated and other people who we just want to make money off doing what we love. So we don't have to wake up anymore with nightmares and aggravations about how we going to provide or not when the next meal is coming, but then when is it going to be my turn to shine? When can I go on vacations? Because I made good money off YouTube. We got a lot of questions, but you know what? We can't rush the process. And everything's a process. We can't rush it. So what we have to do, we have to keep getting on here every morning or every afternoon, every day. We got to do it. And even when we miss our times of being on here, we got to make up for those times. But I literally doing legacy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I talked about having a gym. I'm going to work on something for the future. I got a 5-year plan, and that gym is in that 5-year plan. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, two of my favorite fighters and two of my favorite Mexican fighters. They'll definitely go down in history as my top on my top 25. And another thing, y'all. My friend told me the other day he was walking around. He had a Triple G shirt on, right? And some black dude said, "Take that shirt off. Triple G's this, Triple G is that, and Triple G is not black." Let me explain something to you, fucking goofies. If I want to wear a fighter shirt, rather if I got it made or if I bought it, rather if he is white, rather if he's Puerto Rican, Russian, whatever he is, I can wear whatever the hell I want to wear. There's no such thing as that I have to just wear all black fighters shirts. Y'all better stop. I'm so sick of y'all and this racism shit. Y'all make me sick with that. I could wear any fighter I want to. If I felt like I wanted to wear a Christy Martin shirt tomorrow, I will wear it and you will do nothing about it. What is the matter with y'all? What is the matter with y'all? If you have a fighter that you dislike, hey, check this out, underrated. If somebody walked around with Wild Animal Eater shirt on, that's on them.
It's on them.
I can't stop them from liking. I can't stop them from liking who they like. That's wrong.
They like.
Somebody got a Tiafimo shirt on. I can't go to them and say, take that Telefucko shirt off. I can't do that. A Canelo shirt, anybody. Y'all, something is wrong with y'all. Everything with y'all is racism. Yeah, we know it matters. We don't need y'all to keep reminding us, God damn it. Do y'all realize some of our ancestors and some of our grandparents, when they were kids, they got busted in the head with rocks and beat up by the police and chased home? We don't need you idiots to keep reminding us about racism. Jesus Christ. Because those three letters, and you know what they are, I don't want to say it, those three letters, they still exist today for y'all that don't know. We don't need y'all to keep bringing racism up in boxing all the time. We know it exists. Anybody who don't know that it exists or think it don't are living in a fantasy. They're delusional. But we don't need y'all to keep reminding us about it. That shit is annoying. God darn it. God darn it, man. It's annoying. Jesus. Just shut the fuck up and watch boxing. Please. Shut up. Damn it. Hey, but you know what, underrated? I told you this before. I'm going to shut up and mind my business. I have no right to address anybody or anything. I'm going to shut up and mind my business. Because now the question becomes is, who the hell is he? He doesn't have no subscribers like that to even be running his mouth. Look at his views. He ain't even hitting on views. Who the hell is he to talk? Yeah, you're right. Who the hell am I? Let me shut up and stick to my amateur boxing. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I apologize. Jesus Christ. Woo! I'm telling you, underrated. None of this shit makes sense. None of it.
No.
None of it makes sense. But these are the people that we supposed to believe that are boxing fans. When I start seeing some of y'all buy a ticket or pop up at a gym or at a Hall of Fame, I'll believe some of y'all. Because some of y'all don't even do that. But you want to convince somebody that you're a fan of the sport of boxing. Really? Johnny Boy, what's up, Johnny?
Boxing, what's good?
Let me explain something, and I'm not being a D-rider. You see Johnny Boy boxing? Let me explain to you what the definition of a real content creator is / real boxing fan. From the day I've met Johnny, he has not set his ass down yet. Johnny's in Vegas. He's everywhere. Wherever he can get to, that's where he's at. I dare somebody to sit there and say, well, who the hell is Johnny Boy? Go to his channel and do your work. He is everywhere. This is the only dude I know that can sneak his ass into some shit without credentials and slither his way in. Hey, did you see when they had the Times Square fight underrated and Ryan Garcia was coming down? Look on this, I think the left side of the Batmobile. That's Johnny Boy Boxing running on the side of the Batmobile. Or behind it, I believe. But he swindles his way into shit. Not saying that's a bad thing. I gotta respect the man for doing what he gotta do to get in. But it's crazy. But that's what you call a real content creator. There's not a press conference or a weigh-in I have not ran into Johnny, rather if I got credentials or not. Are you kidding me? And y'all are gonna be out there. Me and Johnny have been at so many press conferences and weigh-ins together and other content creators. And y'all think we gonna sit back and let y'all claim our spot and say that y'all love boxing? How? If y'all was to put in credentials right now for a show, these people wouldn't even know who the hell y'all are. What are we talking about? Y'all better stop it. Because I told y'all, the jig is about to be up with y'all. The jig is about to be up with y'all. Y'all keep out here pushing these lies and, you know, we gonna keep doing this long as we get the views. We don't care. Okay, cool. Keep pushing, keep doing what y'all doing. But I'm not gonna allow what y'all do affect what I do. I'm not gonna allow it.
And you know, and I'm glad that you, brother Johnny Boy Boxing, glad that you called Salute family. And this is the thing, right? I watch this channel. So to you, he be having the biggest names, ask the hard questions, to show us how to do it, talk about history, breaking it down. And you know, it was beyond, even besides me and Clarence, y'all don't even want to support him. And he doing the work. What you see on TV, he interviewing them. And y'all don't even want to support that. So to me, it actually let me know, brother, instead of casual, we used to always say casual boxing fans, are you a boxing fan or what? If you don't even respect what brother Johnny Boy bringing to the table, and brother Jesus, and a few others.
Yeah.
And it's a doggone shame as me, as a boxing fan, y'all don't even want to respect that. Yeah, y'all don't even want to respect that. I mean, for me, it's like, I remember Johnny Boy Boxing when I interviewed him. He said, I don't think I'm talking about boxing. He said, wherever I had a time grinder, I'm there. You gotta keep on going. You and Clarence gotta keep on going. Because right now, besides YouTube, throughout social media, ain't nothing but clowns is talking about boxing. Clowns. When I'm talking about clowns, I ain't talking about young people. I'm talking about people in my age who I be 60, God bless, I be 60 next year, and they be in my age who are clowns. And it's very, very, very sad. We talking to clowns. That you supposed to set the example and respect what brother Johnny Boy doing, brother Jesus is doing, and other people. You know, y'all don't even invite them to come to your channels. But you want to talk about a next man, like you're wearing a skirt or something. So I'm just saying that what's wrong with you? Where your masculinity at? You know what I mean? Really, like y'all doing too much. Yeah. You know what's going on? We have people in the midst of us is doing the work that giving us the news, and y'all don't even want some. And I'm put Clarence McClay in this. But y'all don't want to. But y'all don't even want to support that. Y'all don't even want to support the history. Y'all don't even want to. Y'all don't even want to support anything that 30 years ago. This recent, last 30 years ago, y'all don't even want to support that. Now, despite I don't care about Terrence Crawford, I gotta give him credits. Do he beat Canelo? No, I don't really care about Canelo either, but he beat him fair and square. And you know what happened? Y'all want to discredit what Terrence Crawford did. And it just, for me personally, when I do the underrated boxing talk, I always say it's gonna be soon, and it will when I feel like it. It's real sad for me personally that enjoyed the sport of boxing for a long time, and we had people. I mean, like Scrapper Boxing, the late great Kurt Sugar Anderson. We have our people in the mid Johnny Boy Boxing, in our midst, in the circle. Clarence McLean, Brother D Free, Brother Seafood, and others. And y'all don't want to respect that. We could have built something that is beautiful. That wherever money comes in, all that money comes, and we could just keep on building. But y'all don't want that.
You know, and it's funny you said that because that was my mindset a while back when I said, you know, if we all would have got together, Jesus Christ. Yeah, everybody can still have their own platform, but everybody coming together at one time, which that was going on. But the problem is a lot of people started feeling themselves. And then at some point, the conversation took a turn for the worse when it stopped being about boxing.
Right.
And use a sucker, use a P, you this, you can't fight, drop your location. Nothing that had nothing to do with boxing. There's enough room at the table for everybody to sit and eat. But you fools rather grab your plate and go run in the corner and go eat like somebody trying to snatch what's on your plate. Everybody BBO Sports Bar. Johnny Boy, I wanted to tell him to drop his link. Shit, he got out of here already. It's okay. BBO, drop your link.
And also, brother, too.
You too underrated. I don't care. Every time you come in underrated, I don't care how many times you do it. Until they get it, drop your link. We're gonna make them see the link until they notice it.
Yeah. And also, go more on your point. And then when you find somebody, right, on your own, why that person got it? But I thought it was about sharing. Now you mad at a person. They got in good with the person. They earn a trust, but you don't want them to join your channel. But you feel, I deserve it. But you ain't did the work. Y'all some sorry MFs, man. Y'all some sorry MFs, man. Y'all some sorry MFs. You know, BBO, I'm gonna reach out to you because I want you to come to my channel so we could do something. I didn't forget about you. I know you're busy.
Yeah, you might want to be on BBO in the morning for the morning chop ups. We going. We I ain't gonna say we taking the turn for the worst, but we about to have a real serious topic in the morning, man. Real serious outside of boxing. It's time for brothers to I ain't gonna say come together because it's been time, but it's time to start separating ourselves from these goofies. And that's what we gonna do. So, but that's it, man. I mean, look, I said what I said. I ain't gonna sound like a tape recorder. Y'all do what y'all do, man. But just know that this is what we doing over here. We building. We're not gonna take our plate and go run in the corner or go in the room because we feel like somebody's gonna try to eat what's on our plate. We gonna sit at the table and we all gonna eat together. Cause it's enough for everybody and there's leftovers.
Let's talk about BBO and D3, what they doing? And you know they doing a great thing. Talk about boxing. Y'all don't even want to support that.
You know,
Them having at times Sister Karina Fields on there, you know, has some inspiration. Y'all don't even want to support that. This is what
shout
I'm
out to
saying.
Miss
What
Fields.
the hell? It's sometimes the question: what the hell do you want?
Shout out to first of all,
I know
shout out to
y'all
all the
want
ladies.
drama. Y'all want, you know, y'all want you wake up a drama, you wake up a toxic, you know. But let me tell you something. You're gonna see how far it gets. Because I'm gonna tell you, one day when y'all wake up in it, and they're gonna be constantly there, y'all gonna become a cancer. You know what nature's gonna do? Universe gonna take your behind and put it in your corner, and y'all gonna have to rock. Y'all don't want nothing. Y'all don't want nothing. Oh, you know this. There you go. Oh, class. There you go. D free. There D free go. Oh, we'll see food. There you go. The underrated dog. Oh, there. And a few others. Well, y'all don't want nothing better. You want to talk about each other pipe all day deals with boxing. So why don't you go in your corner and trying to play with each other and suck each other off for boxing, I guess.
Yeah.
But see, when I say that, I hear the nerve. Oh, you have no right. So this is what I'm saying is this too. I challenge y'all. Let's talk about boxing. Let's talk about some good fights. Let's talk about boxing, period. Let's talk about the history. I challenge y'all on my brother's channel right now. I challenge y'all. Y'all want me to talk about the history of boxing? Look me up. I don't have no problem hooking up the underrated boxing tour. I gotta find what I left. I think it was 98, 99, something like that. Because I put in work. Let's talk about it and stick to the subject. But you know what? Y'all don't even want to do that. So I'm gonna keep on doing my thing. Our brothers, we gonna keep on doing our thing. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's never going to
it's never gonna stop.
I don't care if it's 2 people watching or no people watching. And that's the thing. Y'all stop getting discouraged when you look at how many people are watching you and then you go, oh, there's only 3 people watching me. I'm just gonna go ahead and end the live. Drew Titan, what's up? Bronx on deck.
Brother Drew.
Yeah, brother. Drew, you just walked in. Drop your link. And I want you to stay here before you get out of here. So a lot of times you don't know what I'm talking about. So I don't want people to be coming and saying shit. And then you're like, wait a minute. We was all talking about how on these channels, it's a lot of channels where it's a lot of confusion, a lot of misguided. Yeah, never in the live, no matter how many people. And I want to get back to that. There's 3 people watching right now. So because there's 3 people watching and I've been on here since 6:05, underrated, I'm out. I'm leaving. The live is over. No, you don't do that. You stay. This is why I say some of y'all ain't built for this YouTube shit. Because that's what y'all go off. There's 3 people on your live. Ain't nobody hit my Cash App. Ain't nobody hit my PayPal. Ain't nobody hit my Super Chats. I'm out.
Right.
It don't work like that. You're going to have your days where it's a hit and miss. This whole YouTube shit is a hit and miss, bro. Love you today, hate you tomorrow. Some people just want to come through to be nosy to see what you're talking about. Yes, Picasso, thank you. You've been coming through too. Some people want to be nosy to see what you talk about, and if the conversation doesn't benefit them, they're gone. They ain't talking about shit over there. They talking about Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales. Last time I checked, Antonio Barrera and Marco, they don't even fight no more. Y'all didn't catch the part where I said Throwback Thursday, boxing talk. This is what we do on Thursdays. But y'all managed to let that go over your head. Me and Drew talks about it all the time when we see each other in person, whether it's on the phone, how all we wanted to do was to get people together. But people on these YouTube streets have this ego where they act more like rappers than content
Yeah.
creators. They have the mentality of a fucking rapper, and I'm like, wait a minute, we not about the gangbang on this YouTube shit. That's what you here for? Because where I come from in the Bronx, I could deal with that back then if I wanted to do the gangbang and shit. That's not what this is for. And you idiots that don't understand is that if you use this YouTube the way you're supposed to, it will take you places that you have never probably been and change your life in so many ways and introduce you to people that you only thought that you probably never thought that you can meet. Networking is the number one reason to be on here. Not beefing. Networking, you super dummies. But y'all don't take advantage of that. So many people y'all can meet on here that can change your life. Man, I don't know what type of phone call I might get tomorrow morning because somebody that went to my channel and liked the way I talk. I don't know what's going to happen 6 months from now. I don't know. I might get an email from somebody. Hell, I might get a message on my Instagram. I don't know. Underrated? I can't tell you. I don't know. Just because
Yep.
somebody didn't hit you right then and there, that doesn't mean nobody's paying attention to you. You don't know what type of message you might get on your Instagram or your YouTube because somebody saw you and said, yo, I could work with that dude. Yeah, he might curse a little bit, but he ain't too bad. He ain't too bad. Yeah, he might curse once in a while. Who don't? It happens, right? But I've told you a long time ago, man, we have lost ourselves in these YouTube streets. I'm about to network with other people in other countries. Actually, we already be doing that. Oh, that's cool, Picasso.
It's all right. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with No Duck Zone. I'm trying to take No Duck Zone and not make it just in New York. I need it to be known all over the world and outside of the United States.
Mhm.
I don't know about nobody else when it comes to them and their brand. Maybe they ain't trying to do that, but I want it all.
You know.
You remember that
Earlier
song? Remember that? What's that song where he says, I want the car, the kids, the dog, I want it all. I want it all. I want everything. But I'm willing to work hard for it. I want everything. I want it where my wife ain't got to work no more. She ain't never got to lift her finger to do a damn thing. She ain't got to go get on no bus. She ain't got to take no cab to work. I want it all. And guess what? No Duck Zone is going to be the reason why my wife ain't never got to go to work for the rest of her goddamn life. What about y'all and y'all wives and girlfriends? Do y'all have that same plan? Well, my wife is straight. I ain't worried about her. It's not about that, you idiot. Huh? Or any of y'all even thinking like that? Or you just living for the moment? Yeah, that's what y'all doing. Y'all just living for the moment. You know, whatever happens, whatever happens, it just happens. I ain't got time to think about that right now. I know I don't have time to think about that right now. You know what I mean? But we got that good fight coming up November 14th. What you think about that, McLean? Man, shut the fuck up talking to me. That's your problem. Y'all don't think. None of y'all are thinking. You're just up here to be up here, bro. It's crazy. Y'all make this YouTube shit look so easy where other people see it and thinking, oh, so that's the blueprint to having a channel. Well, I'm going to go get mine too and do the same thing. This shit ain't easy. This is hard. It's hard. And you know what? You know what? This could be easy, but you know what makes it hard? When we up here disrespecting each other, tearing each other down, and not teaching the people about the sport that we love. That's what makes it difficult. So when somebody else comes up and you go, I ain't never heard of this channel, just know that some of these people are either trolls or they looking and seeing what you're doing and they like, hell, I can have a channel. I can have one too. It's that easy. I don't knock nobody for getting a channel, but we don't need no more clout chasing channels. It's too many of y'all. It's so many of y'all right now. I feel like we all in one closet and everybody's just stuffed and on top of each other. We don't need no more clout chasing channels. Go away. Go away. Talk about wrestling. Huh? Talk about MMA. Do like my man D Free and get a cooking channel. We don't need no more clout chasing ass channels when it's about the sport of boxing. We are sick of y'all. Go away. Go away. Don't look back. And as long as we keep having y'all, these people that don't know what's going on is going to be either more confused or they're going to think that whatever they hear or see is what's supposed to be actually happening. And it's not. But hey, can't nobody tell y'all nothing, right? Well, you know, I hear you, McLean, but the cloud chasing is not going to stop because you wanted to stop. You right. People beefing, channels beefing McLean is not going to stop because you want to stop. You right. People talking about Tank Davis or Devin Haney or whoever, it's not going to stop because you wanted to stop. Yeah, you're right. Cool. Hey, look, man, please don't jump me. Don't hurt me. I'm not here to give nobody a problem. I promise to God. I'm not here to give nobody a problem. I'm really not. And if I sound like it, it's because I'm passionate about when it comes to this sport. Because I love boxing a little different from what the way y'all love it. Or the way y'all claim to love it. I love it different because y'all worries in boxing is not my worries. Because when some shit ain't if some shit ain't going right in the sport of boxing and I don't agree with it, I don't have to worry about it. I just don't acknowledge it. Because me bringing it up is not going to change what's actually happening. So the best thing to do is just to move on to the next big thing. I'm just saying, yo. I mean, damn, underrated, what we doing? What we doing, underrated? I'm just saying. I can't keep up with a lot of this nonsense that's going on. I've lost track. Because it's the disrespect. I just don't understand it, man. Y'all letting boxing be the death for y'all. Then y'all sit there and say, it ain't boxing. I just don't like this person. Well, before you dislike them, what was the connection to you and that person? Did y'all go to school with each other? Did he school your baby mother? Did he pop off on your brother? What was the connection? Well, we met on social media. Okay, you met on social media, and then what happened? What connected you to that person that made you get cool with that person before you had your fallout? Oh, we like boxing. Okay, that's my point. Do you see where I'm going with this, underrated?
Yes, sir.
All these fools walk in as if they had street beef, as if they knew each other already. When you ask them what was the connection, they'll tell you it wasn't nothing. We had nothing. We was never cool, but y'all wouldn't know it about each other unless you was on this social media, since y'all didn't know each other from the streets. And when you met on here, what attracted y'all to each other? Not saying it like that. Oh, he like boxing and I like boxing. That's my point. Now y'all letting boxing be the death of y'all. Got y'all gang banging. Yo, I'll go get my gloves right now, son. Talk about my favorite fighter one more time, son. I promise to God, son, I got my gloves on deck. I'll punch all your teeth out. I'll punch all your teeth out, all of them out your mouth, without my hand being wrapped. Like, what are we talking about? Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. It's not that serious, ladies and gentlemen. We just spoke about Eric Morales and Antonio and Marco Antonio Barrera, who had three great fights. I don't have to sit here and give you the scorecards of that fight. I don't have to sit here and tell you, well, how many rounds did you give them? I ain't got to do all that because all that's not even irrelevant. We could have got into that, but all that's not irrelevant. It's about acknowledging and paying respects to these fighters that y'all want to keep continuing to ignore. I'm gonna tell you like this though, Ed Morales and Marco both put together has probably done way more than your favorite fighter has ever done. Stop me when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
All my closet friends fell off because they just wanted to be one. Yeah, well, yeah, that happens, Picasso. People, you can't trust everybody. It's how it is, man. People will stab you in your back right here on YouTube. They'll do it. They'll do it. They'll do it. That's why me and Underrated has been able to have actually going on November is, let me see, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25.
No.
About 5 years, man.
Yeah.
5 years of real friendship, of real brotherhood.
Yeah.
And not one time me and him ever let boxing come in between our friendship. Underrated can tell me plenty of times, hey, hold on, I don't agree with you, McLean. I could tell him the same thing, and then he'll say explain, and then I'll tell him to explain. I don't go, well, what the fuck you mean you don't agree with me?
But at the end of the day, we still brothers. You hear what I'm
That's
saying?
why that's why D Free's been around. Know him about the same amount. I met D Free probably a little bit after meeting you. So I met D Free probably in 2021 when we all started getting on the line, or 2022 when we all started getting on the line together. That's why we able to still be friends today. If y'all notice, there's still some friendships, some real brotherhoods that's actually still lasting on this damn YouTube. You know why, you goofies? Because we don't let boxing get in our relationship. We don't get into our feelings. That's why a lot of us have still been friends for 5-6 years straight.
And even personally, we go through our losses. We still think. Let me say for me, I can say for me, the losses that I suffered, Brother McLean has been there, and his wife. That make my that's his wife. That's my sister. You know what I'm saying? So understand this, excuse me, that we don't take. I'm saying, listen, we love boxing, we talk about boxing, but also we have an outside everyday life. And I'm saying that as men, we gotta conduct as men. You cannot let nothing get in the way of that. But see, we can't say that. I mean, but see, some of y'all, I ain't talking about the ones in the chat, but but what y'all had done, you let boxing consume your life. You let the boxing consume your life. And you wonder why things ain't happening. Because y'all want a quick fix. Ain't no such thing, no quick fix when you're building. Just like Brother McLean, I got an idea, Brother McLean. I think when it hits November, we should celebrate, 5 years that we've been together, do the thick and thin.
Well,
To show people.
watch how you say that, because the first thing they're gonna say is we never knew y'all was a couple.
Right. That's true.
Idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Idiots. I don't care what none of y'all think. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
don't either.
Because y'all opinion is not valid and it don't help me with what I got going on. So I really don't even be caring. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. Because some of y'all put the W in weird. You really do. You really do. And I can care less about what any of you think. Don't care. But that's the reason why we've been able to keep this friendship. Because we never let boxing or anything else become in our relationship where we have to stop speaking to each other and we game banging on each other and we making each other's channels, our subscribers, pick sides. Some of y'all got a lot of growing up to do, but for some of y'all, it's too late. Some of y'all, it's too late. I'm telling y'all, I want to see everybody prosper on YouTube. I want to see everybody be able to feed their family. But goddamn, after a while, we all got to come to some solution. Got to come to some solution. Because I don't know about you, I don't want to scare the money away. If there's somebody, if I can get endorsements or sponsors or anybody who wants to collaborate with me, I don't want to scare the money away. Y'all are going to scare the money away before you get a chance to get it. I keep telling y'all this. Don't listen to me. You keep saying that, McLean. All right, don't listen to me. Just keep scaring the money away and see what happens. Keep on. Then you'll be sitting there saying, yo, I got mad subscribers, man. How they going to do me like that? Your subscribers don't mean nothing if your behavior is outrageous. And you up here acting like a project baby. Well, that's because I'm from the projects. That's besides the point, stupid. That ain't got nothing to do with it. And being a project baby or being from the hood, nobody owes you anything. You gotta work for what you want, son. Y'all don't get it, man. Next Thursday, y'all gonna get it. Oh, y'all gonna get it at 6:05 next Thursday. We coming back here with Ernie Shavers. You gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. You might not understand it, but you gonna get it. Or you might not like it, but you gonna get it. Believe me. Believe me, you will get it. Because I am sick and tired of the buffoonery. Tired of it. Somebody got to break the cycle of the silly shit. Or you can keep letting the sport of boxing be the death for you. Keep letting boxing determine if you're going to have a good attitude or a bad attitude today. Because somebody made you feel some kind of way by speaking about a fighter that you like, a coach that you like, or just speaking about you. Because you're going to get talked about in this game. Don't think that you're going to be in this game and nobody's going to talk about you. There's no such thing as he doesn't bother nobody. So why is everybody talking about him? Even when you don't bother nobody, you're going to get talked about. There's always going to be something that people don't like about you. We've been on here all around and same time, and I'm cool with everyone. That's cool with me. If you're not cool with me, it's okay. We still can. Yeah, we can. You know, yo, you right, Picasso. I ain't tripping off nobody. You know the channel. You know the channels we've been on. We all used to be on the channel G5 channel. We all used to be on his channel, the AM cleanup. We used to be on there early in the morning. We all came a long way. And this is we talking about 3 years ago. And here it is. We still here together 3 years later. We still here doing the Lord's work. Because God is the one who put us in this position. And I'm always going to continue to do the Lord's work. Because he's the reason why I'm in this position. So, you know, it is what it is. What you got on it though, underrated? I got 1 more minute and then I can make my second hour. And then you dropped your link already, right? Underrated?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I dropped in the link.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Underrated Darkness. BVO. I don't think Drew dropped his, but y'all know Drew Titan. Go over there. Go over there and sub to him, man. And if you got an issue with him, then don't go sub to him. But I suggest you don't go over there. Listen, my thing is, and I'm not picking. Don't go to nobody's channel with a problem and you don't have a problem with them, but you got a problem with them. If you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, right?
Makes no fucking sense. Nobody's putting a remote control in your hand or making you go look at somebody's channel. Y'all stop acting like y'all like somebody's forcing y'all to. There's 1,000,001 channels. Go pick.
Right.
Go pick.
Well, I would say for this that thank you and take heed. I mean, listen what we was talking about. Now it's up to y'all to listen. You had that problem, but don't complain when things do not go in your favor because you failed to know the real value of building. Just like I echo what Brother McClay was talking about. It'd be 5 years that we know each other. And us as men, we disagree. But at the end of the day, that's still my brother at the end of the day.
Facts.
And that's the thing that I want people to understand. That is still my brother, and he knows what I feel. You come after Brother McClain or his wife, you got to deal with me. And I'm just letting you know, right? You do not want it with me when it comes, because I consider them, part of the Underrated One family. You know what I'm talking about, Brother McClain. And my family is real, and I protect my family with iron fists. I armor myself from head to toe when you go against my family.
You know what, Picasso? It be like that sometimes, Picasso. You gonna touch a few nerves, but you know what? You know how they say, if it don't apply, let it fly. So if it touches anybody's nerves, then they know I'm talking to them.
Oh, I'm just saying this. There has to be a time to do the right thing. Now, if you're not willing to do the right thing, don't complain. And I'm gonna leave it as that.
All right, well, I appreciate you, Underrated. We'll be back tomorrow
Thank
morning.
you.
I told you we got to get ready to do something on yours too. So let's we gonna get that going. But we'll be back tomorrow. And oh boy, if y'all was, I ain't gonna say if you was smart, but if you looking to come to a place to talk about something, real life struggles, you might want to start tapping in to the morning chop ups, because tomorrow we are going in. You know how some people be thinking the preacher talking directly to them. Yeah, I know that. Yep. Because the preachers that said stuff in church, and I'm like, boy, they talking to me without even looking at me. Woo! But so morning chop ups. Go subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to my man BBO. Everybody that's out there doing their thing. Underrated. Everybody that's pushing this real content. And we trying to keep this boxing community safe. Because at the end of the day, like it or not, we all are under one umbrella. Nobody's better than anybody. I don't care if you are monetized or not. Nobody's better than anybody. And sometimes people need to be reminded of that. The small channels is just as great as the big channels. And sometimes people need to be reminded of that. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Everybody enjoy the rest of their Thursday. You know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.
Peace.